we go. Game number 1 is upon us, and oh boy, that's so many bars. It's a race to 4 in this best of 7. Blacklist International banning out the Ling, the Hayabusa, Onic, taking out the Estes and the Cho. No more first pick Cho for Haji.
No more first pick Cho. There you go. Again, that's very smart for Onic to realize the pattern that Blacklist just went through in the previous series. They were really paying attention. I mean, considering they were probably still in transit earlier. So, very good observation and very good pickup on the name straight up here from Onic. I feel like they got a pretty strong 2 picks here with securing that as well.
Hold up. Rockhart, they're pulling the same thing they did in the regular season. If I'm not mistaken, if they go this way until that 4th pick, if they put us for a ride, if they take us on a ride, we'll never know which role these heroes are going into until that last moment.
Yeah, the super switcheroo, the super flexibility.
The Yeb flex.
The Yeb flex.
Oh, wait, okay. So this is...
Yeah.
Don't make that thing.
Yeah, no, but this is pretty telling.
Yeah, with that Karina pickup.
Instantly with the Karina.
What a shutdown, Denver.
The only difference that we're going to be, or possible flexibility that we'll see is the Nathan might be going into either the mid lane or the gold lane. You'll still have room for flexibility to switch things up.
A bit,
yeah, just a little bit. So now Blacklist International, they're going to be asking themselves, are we going to ban out the Farsa? Because that's something Onic likes to play when they're up against an Eve. Or a lot of teams, rather, would want to face up Farsa versus Eve. But with an Aldous in the mix, might be a little bit difficult.
Risky?
Yeah, considering the fact that you also have the Matilda. So Onic for their last picks for tank later on might consider picking up something like the Grok if it's not going to be banned out here by Blacklist, or even the Akai.
Can I just say, I love the Alice ban. Like, geez, exactly on the keys to victory, not letting that go. I have a question though. Is this is gonna be a little bit of a weird question.
Yeah.
When you have guiding wind, can you activate that while with real world
team
manipulation
is
active?
banning.
I'm just asking.
I think I remember an interaction like that
Your
actually
team
showing
is
up,
flicking.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because if you can flicker, you should be able to also press that ability.
Okay.
So the square is like going to move forward.
Just like Feather Death Strike.
Yeah, just like Feather Death
I
Strike.
just wanted to know.
Nice.
These are the things I never play in my rank games.
Or you just never see the combination.
And I never see it.
Because there's such
Yeah.
powerful heroes, and that's...
Most of the times, one of them are banned.
Yeah, so you never build that combination.
Called it.
Which is pretty telling for Blacklist, because yes, they do have a lot of their heroes answered by Onic. There goes the Estes, the Cho as mentioned, and then later on you take away Oheb's heroes, but they ended up with a solid first 3 here. This is going to be your mid. The Matilda, the Aldous, and the Eve, while Onic, going into the second phase, pick up the Akai before they run out. And this is a great answer. Whatever Haji picks up, or whatever the roamer here is on Blacklist, is gonna have to answer that Panda.
Yeah, they can't go like straight up on a rampage. Like an Owl just can't just go keep punching the ground over and over again. They have to respect the Hurricane Dance, and they also need to kind of draft around it. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult to find a sustained heavy laner that will kind of go to toe against this and kind of burst Onic. You cannot burst Onic, especially with the presence of the Panda, of the Akai, and as well as Green.
Oh, we're throwing back. Remar, what do you think? Lunox on Oheb.
You know what? I've had a love-hate relationship with Lunox this entire season, but after great performances near the end, hopefully you guys can hear the players right now.
You see Baloyski's face?
Hopefully you can hear that. I'm okay with this. Again, you already have the ultimate late game insurance policy. Magic damage won't hurt. They're going to be trusting the magic damage in their late game. Even Onyx, so these two teams are focusing on mainly magic damage, and their physical damage dealers are both punchers.
But here's the thing. Blacklist International, you gotta build Radiant armor. Other way around, Onic, they need to build Athena's shield. So
yeah,
it's different kinds of magic, so there's still some counterplay involved. Rockhart, who's gonna go fast here? Who's taking the early game?
Well, you got to go with the early game with the guy that has the Paquito. That's just an already given. So I think Onic is going to be rampaging through the early, most likely up till around 8 minutes to 9 minutes, and then expect them to kind of spike up after that. That is, if they can keep up with the early game that the black and yellow can give them.
Yeah, the early game of Onic We've seen BMO shut down Oh My Venus's Matilda in the past with an exact same hero.
Same exact.
One of the reasons why
Code
they
breaker.
broke the code was his Akai. Let's see if he can do that, replicate that performance again. But Blacklist International, ultimate late game insurance policy. It's no longer the unbeaten pick on the Aldous, but it will still be effective for Blacklist as early to mid versus mid to late.
Welcome to the land of Dawn. Game number 1. This is a best of 7 for the MPL Philippines Season 8 Championship. Onic Philippines versus Blacklist International. Mid, check this out. Baloyski blasted to about a third of his health. What happened there?
I was actually wondering. And that's just basic Soul Bloom with a little bit of a void crystal harassment.
BMO a little too deep thanks to Dap, by the way. Where can this panda go? Nowhere, says V.
Yep, that's first blood, and I think that just increases the amount of power that you get with the early game of Blacklist. You remember what I said earlier, that it might be difficult for Blacklist to keep up with the early game? That's exactly what you need to do to make sure that happens in this one.
Yep, that's how you do it actually. Maximize the slows and the burst magic damage that you can get from the Eve and the Matilda, even though that they don't have items yet. It's a good amount. Marky almost got found out there by the Soul Bloom of Oh My Venus, but he was just right at the edge of that circle.
Pixel.
So very close call. Yeah, just a
One
pixel.
pixel away. Oh my gosh, it's so close and yet so far away. And Wise, I think he's having a good time nonetheless, because if you'll notice, no one's hunting this guy down.
Actually,
Right.
he's the one who's finding priority on the map.
Yeah.
So it looks like Onic and Blacklist are attacking different angles, different parts of the map, and it's just a matter of time until they bump into each other right this very moment.
Right-
Edward
right there.
goes in, Detna's welcome, flicker on out, and of course his Barats refuses to shrink. It survives, but only for so long he gets blasted by Onic. Kyrie takes a kill.
There's that early game that I know that the Paquito can bring up, because it's always banned in my games. I can barely use them anymore. And that's just how it is. The moment we hit level 4, let's go. I can go all day.
Yeah, look at him. Delarcy diving deep into the back line there to try and get a few hits onto Wise, but Wise was able to get away from that well enough. I mentioned early to mid for Onic, but their late game scaling is there as well. That
Correct.
Nathan is going to be absolutely key for their late game. So it's a very balanced lineup. Blacklist International, yes, they're a little bit more mid to late. But again, it's a strong lineup for that time.
Venus here caught out, but only for
close.
so much because Onic's a little too deep. Here comes the finisher. Kyrie taken out by Wise.
Ultimate, he will use that Chase Fate to chase you down.
Let's see, there's the 2K set in by Wise. BMO goes in with the Hurricane Dance, but punished instead. Not enough firepower on Baloyski just yet. The Lilia unable to force out more from Blacklist. Huge swing, 3 for none.
Yeah, my issue with the Lilia here in this matchup is in the early game, you need so much mana to cast your skills. Your skills are so spammable, sometimes you're going to be tempted to use them all the time. And when it comes to that crucial moment, when Blacklist has you cornered, your mana in the early game just does not regenerate fast enough. And when you're caught like that, you are forced to back off. That's my only problem why Lilia doesn't get picked up as much. Its uptime is just very, very high.
Yeah.
Very low, rather.
Yeah, and you see now Kyrie actually trying to invade now, but Wise is on the way there, so he might have to give that up. It might be a battle for retributions just for that purple buff. Kyrie has already used it, but now the turtle.
Given that Oheb, yes, does have the order and does have the flicker, so the play is going to rotate around here. As you can see, there's a Paquito here to the east, that's the CEO, and then Turtle now at a fourth of its health. Here we go. That's a Hurricane Dance started up by BMO, forcing out the black shoes. 2 members of Onic down. Edward takes a Turtle. Wise knocking out the little girl. Punching. Another stack goes to the Aldous.
Man, BMO had the right idea. The problem is no one could follow up.
Oh, Chase Fate.
The blades?
Oh, cancels it.
Yep.
So yes, Blacklist should maximize this opportunity where the Nathan can't really join the fight yet, right? So they've got the advantage in that regard. Even Karina right now on Kyrie, he's not really ready to take fights yet.
Nom nom.
Detna's welcome here. Edward 1v1 against Delarski.
Ouchies.
Big Dino Boy versus actual Filipino boxer. It's a clean escape by the CEO, but check this out. Karina, Kyrie going to take a visit. Venus looking for some targets. Gonna get spotted by BMO. Gets thrown up.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Reaction time 100. Like he didn't see that. By the way, we could see it. The players can't really see that.
But something else happened off camera. Kyrie and Delarski tag teamed Edward. That happened off cam. They took down the Barats.
Yeah,
And
now-
that's a Barats with the turtle buff.
And that is going to be the turret going down. First turret of the game. Open things up for Onic Philippines. And so far, Kyrie has been following a sequence in my head that, wow, Kyrie's actually doing it. Earlier in the turtle fight, he was able to help Marky maximize the hits there on the turret. So Oheb barely got any hits there on the shielding. So Marky, I think, has the lead in gold, and that might be a kill, but he gets away.
Ooh. Could have gone either way. Spell Vamp on that Lunux, ladies and gentlemen. Never forget it. Bottom lane, look at the push by Delarski. He demands your attention, and quite the major artery hemorrhaged here. This early on, 5 minutes in, that early turret take between a Karina and a Paquito. Huge gains here for Onic, which explains why even with this kill deficit, they've caught up to the net worth and they're working on it. Again, this is very key for Marky's Nathan. Second turtle up. If I'm not mistaken, this is only the second turtle. It's taken a while, but BMO starting it up with a hurricane dance. In comes Kyrie. They take out Oheb, could not respond. RWM keeping them in place. Here comes Y, starting up with a circling eagle. Plus a detonate welcome. Who do they eat up? Venus looking low. There's a lot of targets in this pit. Down goes BMO. Punched in by Y. Another stack goes. Venus taking down Beloyski. Can they punish Kyrie? He misses. The Cyclone Eye is not enough, but the Karina survives nonetheless. Huge punish by Blacklist, but Delarski off camera taking a turret.
So because of that, the gold once more equalizes despite Blacklist winning the team fight. The gold just remains the same here. And Edward might be in trouble here if if he's not careful. If BMO is a little bit frisky, you know.
Yeah.
You don't wanna be around the turret with a BMO that has the Hurricane Dance ready to go.
2-1 in turrets now. Marky needs a little bit more time to farm up. Doesn't have the damage just yet, especially to just take down that Barrett. Edward, surprising enough, still tanking at that point. And at that point, he didn't have the turtle buff just yet. I mean, the turtle buff was gone already on him. So he just needs a little bit more magic or physical penetration on him.
Fight here in mid. RWM pushing back these two, Beloyski and BMO. There's the chase fate. Eyes on Delarski. They lock in. Can he outpunch the Paquito? Here comes Kyrie. It's a 2v1. Haji to the rescue, dropping that diamond. Wise is in trouble. And he gets a shield. Punches in. Does not get punished just yet. Here comes the cavalry. Venus and Oheb in the back line. BMO to the rescue. Conceal set in. Circling Eagle. Pushing two back. There's not enough firepower to finish these two. Kyrie and Delarski gonna get away.
Man, did you guys?
Once that Hurricane Dance is up, they're going to be watching their distance. That gives room for Marky to deal damage. That gives room for Beloyski to either disrupt the members of Blacklist from running away or actually plant down all those shadow energies on the floor so that the members of Blacklist can't go close to Marky. And Kyrie and Delarski have room to pick things off. So it's kind of messy, but that's the picture-perfect situation for Onic.
Yeah, the funny thing is, BMO doesn't even need to use the Hurricane Dance.
Yeah.
He can just threaten it. He can just walk like, I got the Hurricane Dance. Are you gonna
Yeah,
go?
exactly. It's like, are you gonna come near
Are
me?
you gonna go? Come on. Are you gonna go? So,
That's exactly what he's doing. See how he's just walking up and like, oh, anybody? Anybody?
You wanna go? Any
Turtle
takers?
here. Ooh, taken in by Kyrie. Then is welcome on to one. RWM,
Wow,
the perfect placement of the RWM, but Onic, they're calling it. It's not our time. We want to get out of here. Kyrie in trouble, taken down by Edward. That's one kill for the turtle buff. Was that worth it?
Can I just break that down? Absolutely not worth, I think, or just quite even, or that's a consolation prize. Did you see what Edward did? Flickered forward, threw the target into the whole team to stun everyone. That's like 4 people stunned by a Detonus welcome. Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
That could have been so much worse for Onic. Good thing that everyone else from Onic had the sense to back off when they needed to.
Yeah, it could have been so much worse there for Onic. Everyone was jumbled up together in the same spot. Could have been bad. Haji was dealing damage. Weiss was dealing damage. Oheb was also there. So them losing one and getting the turtle is best case scenario because That looked close to a 3 to 4 man wipe kill there, team kill there for Blacklist.
So we'll notch it as a win, all right?
Yeah.
Onic, that's a win. They got away with what they were trying to do, and they only lost one. So we'll see. Again, Blacklist, they may look like they're down here. They may look like they're struggling on the map, given that they can't confirm as many kills as they want. But let's see. Gold, definitely on Onic's side. There's a couple of them that's scoring huge as compared to the only one on top, Wise. Then Edward follows through somewhere in the bottom. You see how much damage on the Dolarski right now? He forced Venus to go home.
Yeah, that was half with a 2-skill combo, not even a knockout punch yet. So at this point, the general of the Delarmy is definitely a threat to be reckoned with.
AKA the CEO of Onic, and here we go, 3v1, Wise looking for an escape, can he find it? RWM, what? A quick shutdown, but there are low members of Onic that Black is looking to punish. Here comes the Queen, can he take Marky? Marky goes down eventually, that's another kill going over to Onic, 3-4-1.
Wow.
There's no comeback here. Blacklist does not have enough firepower, they misplaced their members.
Reptar is just screaming right now.
I'm sorry, I have to
Yeah,
point out
go,
what,
go, go,
what
go, do
Marky did just there. He used the entropy because he was far away from the members of Onic. He used the entropy to teleport to where the other members of Onic were, so that before Aldous can smack down on that Nathan, you have a window to deal damage, crowd control him, and Bimo was already there for the Hurricane Dance. The Marky swap to place Wise, make him go to where the other members of Onic were, was absolutely key. We're already past that moment, but watch Delarski here. How he holds on, sidestep, Marky goes down, Kyrie off cam was able to get a kill there onto Oheb, or on the other side of it, Delarski with a burst. I thought that was it for Onic, but that one swap changed the picture of that team fight.
Yeah, I think the moment that Wise went for the fake chase fate, then punched 4 people in one AoE, I thought that was it. But that's the power of the Karina if you do not notice it for a second.
That's exactly what Onic wanted anyways. Again, get hit by the punch faster, so there's more of us to respond. And that's exactly what led to this free Lord on their side. Pushing up top, bottom lane, perfectly synced in by the General. And in mid, there's 4 members of Onic moving through. Wise in trouble. There's another forward entropy. And looks like Onic is in trouble. They're just collapsing underneath the pressure of the RWM, forcing all sorts of ults and resources out of them. And in comes Delarski. Is this the perfect response? Look at this. He's knocking up this huge dinosaur. In comes Bimo. A lot of damage set onto Baloyski. Do note he already used black shoes and they disengage. I believe just taking all those resources, those turrets up top and in bottom, that was worth it.
3,000 gold. Actually, 4,000 gold here. Ahead for Onic, that is massive here. At this point, don't forget they've got Name primed and ready. Marky, despite being 0-1 and 2 on that name, is actually quite ferocious.
Yeah, look at that, low kills. I mean, we're used to seeing games now at this point, like 15 plus kills per team, 20 plus kills. But at this point of the game, it's only 9-6, and Onic are in control. But Blacklist, they're not out of this game. Yes, Onic are controlled. They seem to be handling the fights well. Kyrie is timing the use of his damage immunity. Marky now has a Wind of Nature. The Blacklist, they're still in this. One big play by Oheb, Wise, Haji even with one big great RWM and Onic. If they misplace and mistime their abilities and misposition themselves, that's how Blacklist can turn it around.
You mentioned the Prince, you mentioned Oheb. Haven't felt him as much just yet.
Yeah, not quite. I think that is surprising considering what we've seen from him in the past series. Even in the previous days of the playoffs, he was on fire. Right now, that fire is definitely being watered down here by Onic.
Yeah, it's a testament to, again, that turtle that Onic decided to give up because Kyrie didn't have his retribution. He decided to help Marky. Marky got to maximize the gold there. Oheb was not able to maximize the gold from the turrets. Plus the fact that Kyrie's just been looking for Oheb. His second death earlier came from the fact that Kyrie, even though the rest of Onic were in that team fight, Kyrie was like, no, I'm just gonna wait for Oheb. And then he was able to find him. So it's great targeting and tracking right now by Onic that Blacklist, now at this point, are having a hard time maneuvering around the map and in team fights.
Face check here by Wise. Conceal forced out of Bimo. could have been disastrous for the Aldous here, but he's gonna get his orange buff stolen away. Onic is going in for the choke.
So this is a complete opposite of what we usually see when Blacklist are actually playing on this August. Usually they're the ones who are doing the hunting. It's a completely different story, and this is just showing how Onic just seems to have read what Blacklist usually wants to do, and they are actually not really countering it, but they're just playing a lot better with the lines they have. There's no counter here.
15 minutes in, Lord just spawned in. This is a Luminous Lord, Venus, playing footsie with Baloyski. Renmar, you see Oheb here, pick up the Holy Moly Crystal. Is that going to be what he
Holy
needs
moly
exactly?
crystal.
Is that going to help turn things around for Blacklist here?
Yeah, it helps him with damage, but he'll need to be able to execute what is a very choke-centric Onic teamfight style.
Baloyski looking low. Can Wise finish up? There's the Order of Brilliance. Kairi taking quite a bit of damage. Circling Eagle set in from the backline. Wise knocks out Baloyski. Could there be another one coming in? A Winter Truncheon set in here by Kairi. He gets a double kill. Wise, 2 down on the side of Onic Philippines. Delarski gonna be their next target. You ain't going nowhere, sir. Immortality pop, and the CEO taken down.
Triple.
Oh, this is risky.
They're still going.
They're still going, and they're gonna take one more. Bimo
Maniac.
is running away. Look at that.
You got a Maniac? No.
Sprint! Haji the machine! One more basic, a shield comes up. They are instead gonna go for a push. There's only so much damage Mark he can put on the table at this point in the game. 16 minutes in, second Lord for free go in a Blacklist.
Yeah, can I just say what happened there? Absolutely beautiful. Wise came in like way past the time that he should have, but it worked. Like, all they needed to do was to make Oheb survive and not reset the Karina.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably late.
Yeah, a Wiser doesn't arrive late. He arrives exactly on time.
Yeah,
Wiser.
everyone's just
Wiser, because he's wise.
everyone's just early.
Yeah, everyone's just early. And
He's not
Onic,
late.
though, overextended in that team fight. Said it, Blacklist definitely still are in this if they could win one crucial team fight, and they did. And it was for a Lord, too.
That was the team fight that they were looking for. Mid lane tier 2 going down. Edward at the front lines. Bottom lane Wise just popping up. If I'm not mistaken, that's what, 5 or 6 basic attacks away from that Aldous going down. Bottom lane inhibitor for Onic Philippines. And just like that, maps evened out.
Yeah. Again, one thing I would really love to see in future patches, if we had like a stack counter here.
Yeah.
someday we'll have that. So I can see how massive this all just is right now, because I feel like those punches are, they're shuddering. They're bone crack.
That's an accurate sound.
Yeah, that's when you land it onto someone, they just
Yeah, exactly. That's how you do it.
Oh, they have to be careful here.
Blacklist is looking for another entrance. There's an RWM keeping Bimo down. Kairi and Dilarski looking for an entrance. They find it. Into the back line they go. Oheb, and in comes Wise with that chase fate. Bimo, Hurricane Dance onto the Aldous. He's gonna go down here. A punch in by the Aldous. And Circling Eagle. Kairi caught out of position. He's getting chased by all 5 members of Blacklist International. Will he survive? Answer might be no, because there's a Holy Crystal. Damage set in by Haji. And there's a shutdown. Oheb, finally, welcome to game number 1.
That was, alright. That looked so bad, but I think that's the best case for Onic right now. Kairi bought a lot of time.
Oh, yeah. But
They can clear this wave, I think.
yeah, Blacklist is going for the mission here, and that's mission taking top lane inhibitor. So that's the first penetration of this game. That's the first inhibitor taken down, and they trust their minions and their turrets so much. I know what you're talking about, Renmar. They're looking at mid, and if Blacklist doesn't take care of this, it's gonna go down. It's their turn to go for the choke, though.
Yeah, they're gonna have to clear that up. They will be able to clear that up, but the fact that that's a good amount of damage dealt on that mid lane turret means that that's something Onic can make the most out of. But can they even get to the point where they can make the most out of it? That is the biggest question, because now, again, so many players and teams have said this. Itomac said it in his interviews. Every other team the Blacklist has faced has said it. You cannot give them an opening. When Blacklist finds an opening to make the most out of, they will make the most out of it. Their margin for error is very slim. Now Onic has to hold on, find a way to crawl back from this position. Even at this point, contesting an objective, contesting the Lord, might be a little bit too risky. But then if they don't, how Blacklist has the strong potential of winning a team fight at the base with the Lord. So Onic, one very crucial decision.
I mean, are you even seeing the tempo that Blacklist are fighting at right now? It's so quick. I mean, it's so blindingly quick because of the Matilda as well. Like, floating everyone to the enemies, to the targets that they need.
Yep, Blacklist are making 3 or 4 key decisions a second. It's not as easy a team fight as compared to what Onic wants to do, which is why and what explains Onic's mid to early late game success. But look at this concealed play set in. Wise in trouble, gets blasted by 5 all members of Onic right on him, and he's low. They popped Immortality. RWM, Margie taken down, Haji kills him, and now Wise still alive. Shut down by Kyrie. That's another taken out. Immortality popped onto Dilarski. Edward trying to keep him down. Detna's welcome into the wall, into his teammates, and the base is getting massacred by these minions. Baloyski's looking low. Haji, though, not taken out before he goes, and that's going to be BMO on the defense. A dirty and messy team fight. 3 for 2 so far. Both teams suffering losses.
I really like what Onic was thinking there. You know what? Let's take down Wise. Let's see what the rest of Blacklist can do. And apparently they can do quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Oh, Hurricane Dance set in, but there's another ball answering back, circling Eagle. Immortality popped here onto BMO. Is there enough damage between the 2 or the 3 left from Blacklist International? Answer is no. Instead, they're gonna go for another inhibitor in mid.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a difficult defense here with most of their long rangers out of commission. So I think that turret's gonna be safe for now. But here,
dude, it takes so much to take him down, and it looks like Onic doesn't have the burst damage that they need to take down this Aldous fast enough. They took way too long. Blacklist got to respond. Haji was in a great position. Lord might go to Blacklist.
Oh wow, look at the damage output. I was gonna ask right before, is there a potential contest? But answer might be no. Look at Venus, just a single Matilda putting up a wall against Onic, stopping any potential steals.
yeah, love that BMO actually dashed in, slid in and
Cyclone
dove out.
yeah.
Slid in and dove out.
Like, whoa.
Up.
And at least they forced out a sprint. Look at that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I love that here. At the same time, I feel like Blacklist should not forget that Marky just hits like a truck.
Yep.
That stat line, that 0, 2, and 3, that's very deceptive.
Yep.
As long as you have items, Name doesn't care.
Yeah, multiple super positions will burst you down eventually. But Oh My Venus has been doing a great job of just hunting down Mark, not afraid to use that circling eagle to go for the Nathan.
RWM set in by Haji. Bottom lane inhibitor taken down by Wise and Edward. A lot of damage set in onto Onic. Philippines, look at the CEO, forcing out a flicker. Edward playing the enforcer, pushing back the rest of Onic Philippines. Detna's welcome. He eats one. Kyrie in his belly. Can he take him down? BMO going for the hurricane dance. Kyrie with the winter truncheon. He's frozen, but he's also taken down. Immortality pop. Edward still standing, and they blast the present. Stay down for now. Another winter truncheon forced out of Baloyski. And they're going for the base. Ladies and gentlemen, Blacklist International are gonna take game number 1.
Wow. I gotta say, that is a classic example of how Blacklist really likes